I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate.
Have you joined the fastest growing fantasy motorsports app yet? On Grid Rival, you can join leagues with your friends and manage your own fantasy team on what race fans are calling, hands down, the best fantasy motorsport app out there. F1 and MotoGP leagues are now live for the 2021 season. Joining a league on Grid Rival will make every race more exciting, more engaging, and of course, more competitive. Download Grid Rival now on your iPhone or Android smartphone. Grid Rival is an unofficial application and not associated with Formula One, MotoGP or any of their athletes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Road America, where tonight the ESRA INDYCAR series will take on, well, Road America here at Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Let's tell you a little bit about the racetrack as cars are going to get out on to the racing surface for qualifications. Road America is located, as we mentioned, in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, and even 4 miles in length. 14 corners first opened in 1955. This is round 7 of the championship. 33 laps will be the distance tonight. Cautions are controlled by a live admin. Caution laps are going to count. Restarts will be single file. However, don't expect to see a caution unless there's some really big pile up in turn 1 or something goofy like that. This place is big, wide, fast, and plenty of room for everybody to run. One of the big things to keep your eye on tonight will be pit strategy. The series does have the 2 compound rule. You have to run both the Firestone primary and the red sidewalled alternate tires. The fuel window is going to stretch anywhere from 8 to 12 laps. If you stop before lap 8, you're committing yourself to a 4-stop race. Nobody wants to be putting themselves in that kind of a bind. You could theoretically go upwards as many as 12 laps in distance,
That's going to be in a big-time fuel save mode, though, and you will be going laps down in the process. Teams will have 5 sets of tires available in the pits and 1 backup car at their disposal. These cars are the Dallara IR18s run by the NTT IndyCar Series, powered by 2.2-liter turbocharged V6 engines in the full road course configuration, making 700 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. Top speeds in excess of 230 miles an hour. They're not going to touch that tonight. However, will not be surprised to see them hitting upwards of 200 miles an hour into the first couple of corners. As you see the names across the bottom of the screen, cars are on track 4 qualifications. Let's pick up Zach Evans. He's going to be one of the first cars to come across the start-finish line here. Also on the racetrack, Chris Wilhite, Jeff Destino, Alec Coates, Mario Miranda. Probably easier to tell you who's not on the racetrack at this point. Brian Voles, Jim Brooks, William Reinhard, Isaac Mock, Patrick Byrne, and Matt Wagner. Not currently on the racetrack as of yet. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and make sure you give the video a like and a share if you enjoy the content. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments, and feel free to chime along with us here. We don't mind the color commentary coming out of the comments section here, so. As we mentioned, pit strategy is going to be really, really interesting to watch here. Theoretically, if you go 12 laps on a tank of fuel, you can make this a 2-stop race. However, it is just so darn slow that you're going to end up going laps down in the process. You may not make up enough time in getting rid of the extra pit stop. May not be worth it. Sebastian Kinder goes to the top of the speed charts, 1 minute, 46.1 seconds, following Zach Evans up the hill. Evans comes across the line, 1 minute, 48.23. New quick time to the top of the board, the 99 of Mario Miranda, 1 minute, 45.52 seconds. Seeing Alexander Ball checking in the comments, saying, let's go, Team Ball Racing. Thank you very much for hanging out with us here, bud. Oh, big spin there for Mario Miranda on lap number 2. The lap may not count due to the loss of control. New quick time to the top of the board. Julian Altina in the number 71 will follow him through turn 1. Any kind of an off track will basically DQ the lap. Got to be really careful with the track limits here. James Watson going purple in sector 4. Excuse me, sector 5 that we have Watson going purple in. That means he is the quickest overall in that sector. James Watson going to jump to 3rd quick on the speed charts, 145.55. Julian Altina, 0.94 seconds up on Mario Miranda in 2nd. Watson 3rd, a full second back. So Julian Altina asserting some dominance here early in this one. Our buddy Joe Miranda checking in, saying, let's go Super Mario. Thank you very much once again for tuning in this week, sir. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Road America, one of the most legendary road courses, America's National Park of Speed, it is known as. Altina's gone purple in 3 separate sectors. He may go even quicker to the top of the charts, and he does. 1 minute 44.22 seconds. Lap number 2 time for Julian Altina. Pick up Jeff Destino in the number 42 machine as he's going to make his way through turn 5. The quick, snappy left-hander uphill at turn 6. Even quicker right-hander through 7. Down Harry Downs into turn number 8, leading into the carousel. Chris Wilhite going to move second quick on the speed charts. 145.17, still a full second back. All of Julian Altina's pole time. Roger Rios Matias going to be your third quick timer here, 145.2 seconds. Sebastian Kinder moving up to the 4th position. That's going to drop Mario Miranda back to 5th and James Watson to 6th on the starting grid. Get a look here at your points leader. The number 11 of Matt Wagner. Wagner going to be currently 7th quick. Ripping his way through the carousel. Short run up to the kink, one of the fastest corners on a road course you'll see in auto racing, down through Kettle Bottoms. Kind of a big arcing left-hander. It is a straightaway, though. And down into Canada corner, one of the best overtaking spots on the race course. Through Thunder Valley. Bill Mitchell Bend at turn 13, and then screaming down the hill to turn number 14, the right-hander that will move you up the hill. And across the start-finish line, Wagner has gone green in every sector. He's going to move up to 4th quick, 145.36 seconds. 145.36. Wagner will come to a stop. We'll pick up William Reinhardt here in the number 44. About a minute and 15 seconds left, so if you're not out on the racetrack right now, you will not get a lap in the books. We follow along here with the number 44. Turn 5, another fantastic overtaking opportunity here as they come down the hill. You can make the late dive bomb, try to get up to the inside. You can shove your opponent wide to the outside. That'll give you the preferred line heading into turn number 6. What's really important is that you maintain that position through turn 7, because the tight left-hander at turn number 8, short run under the Road America Bridge, and you're into the carousel, a nearly 360-degree corner. Seeing the comments lighting up here a little bit. Alexander Ball asking, where's the first spin going to be? Very quick answer. Definitely turn 6. Yeah, would not surprise me to see turn 6 be the location that we get the first spin of the night. That will wrap up our qualification session here for the Bratwurst 33 at Road America. Starting grid going to start to get settled in here as they get the race setups loaded up here. Let's get you the starting lineup. Julian Altina from Velocity Online Racing will line up alongside number 7 of Chris Wilhite on the front row. Roger Rios and Matt Wagner on row number 2. Sebastian Kinder, Mario Miranda will occupy row number 3. James Watson and Jeff Destino in row number 4. Row 5 will see the Virginia's Jay Shallington and Indiana's Alec Coates. Row 6, Aiden Hill from Racer Motors in Texas, William Reinhardt. Row 7, Zach Evans and Zach Rinker. Henri Bracecorn, Scott Wise will make up row number 8. Row 9 is going to have Cullen Johnston and Rhett Nikos. Patrick Byrne, Isaac Mock on row number 10. Jim Brooks and Ty Richter on row number 11. All alone in row number 12 will be Pennsylvania's Brian Bowles, lining up in the 23rd and final position. Waiting on Chris Wilhite, Matt Wagner, and Jim Brooks to get their cars onto the starting grid here. Wilhite has now joined the grid. Waiting on 4th place starting Matt Wagner. Jim Brooks may be a DNS here this evening. We'll see if he's going to... May also be a situation where Brooks just decides that he's going to start the race from the pit road. It is an option that these drivers have, and while we have everybody getting lined up on the grid here... Well, I thought we had our pole sitter, but I guess not. Let's see if we can pick up Chris Wilhite here from Team Ball Racing. And Chris, a very good qualifying run for you here to start this show off. How do you convert that into a win over the next 33 laps?
We'll give it a shot here, guys. Feeling good. See how the fuel strategy plays out. I think we may have a couple different strategies, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, there you go. There's Chris Wilhite. Field already making their way up the hill. Green flag is in the air. We're underway here at Road America. Altina going to get a great jump into turn number 1. Matthias going to come around Wilhite. He'll occupy position number 2. Jim Brooks did elect to start this race from the pit lane, so you see the field come screaming past here on lap number 1. See what Jim Brooks is going to do from the back of the field. Trouble for Isaac Mock. This actually happened before the race went green. We'll get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay here in just a moment as we follow our top 5 around on lap number 1. Trouble for Ty Richter as he is also off the racetrack already here through the carousel for the first time. Julian Altina by almost 2 seconds over Roger Rios Matias, Matt Wagner, Sebastian Kinder, Chris Wilhite, your top 5. Trouble for James Watson. He goes off track. And the entire field is going to come streaming past before the 39 can get back onto the racetrack. Fantastic job by Watson to hold on to that car, but take a look here. You'll see on the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay, James Watson going to come around Jay Shallington here. Overcooks it through the kink. Lucky he didn't absolutely bin that thing. What a piece of driving by James Watson to keep that car out of the fence. Unfortunately for Watson, though, he is going to be back in the 16th position, well back of your race leaders. Here is your race leader, Julian Altina, already making his way up through turn number 6, quickly through 7. He is long gone. Check back in the pack a little bit further here. Chris Wilhite can have Mario Miranda back on his rear wing. Race leaders making their way through turn number 14, and fantastic camera design tonight by Connor Baldwin. Let's give you a chance here early in this one to crank it up. Man, what an absolutely epic look through Canada corner. Aiden Hill just set the fastest lap of the race, so 1 minute 45.96, 1 lap ago. As we work lap number 4, let's run you through the field here. Race leader Julian Altina was quickest in time trials by almost a second. Roger Matias running in the second position. He's up 1 spot from the drop of the green flag. Matt Wagner runs in the 3rd position. This 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th group all within about a half second of each other. Playing nicely through turn 5 so far. I don't think we're going to see that happen much late in the race. Sebastian Kinder running in the 4th position. Second Team Watson Racing entry inside the top 5. Mario Miranda in the number 99, currently running in the 5th position. Chris Wilhite just back behind Miranda, down 4 positions. Aiden Hill running in the 7th position. He's up 4 spots from the drop of the green flag. In the 8th position is Jay Shallington. Salesforce on the side of that number 12 machine. Just back behind Shallington is the number 10 of Alec Coates. Rounding out the top 10 tonight is Rhett Nikos in the number 55. New entry for the ESRA IndyCar Series, making, I believe, his first start in the series here this evening. Pit strategy already starting to play itself out here. 5 laps in the books. Well, 4. Race leaders are working at lap number 5. Mario Miranda started this race on the black tires. Basically what the strategy play from here is, you're going to run a 4 to 5 lap stint on the black tires, then you're going to split it up into 3 equal stints, right abouts anyway, on the red tires. You'll try to go 10, 10, and then 8 laps, 8, 10, 10, something along those lines, basically depending on where you're going to filter out in lap traffic. But the pit window has opened here for Mario Miranda. I would not be surprised to see several other cars take advantage as we get a little bit over the next lap or so. Miranda trying the big undercut by only going 4 laps on those black sidewall tires. He's going to have to make the reds last at least 10 laps for the next 3 stints. Keep our eye on race leader Julian Altina. He is on the option tire. The next driver we would anticipate seeing on pit lane potentially, Roger Rios Matias, maybe Rhett Nikos, William Reinhard. Those drivers starting on the primary black tires. The issue is you're just giving up too much time running those blacks, any more than kind of the absolute minimum to make the strategy number work. Mario Miranda currently back in the 18th position after that stop on lap number 4. Zach Rinker also came in on lap 4. He's currently running in the 20th position. 8.13 seconds on the stop for Miranda, 8.83 on the stop for Zach Rinker. One of the options that comes into play for these race teams that we are not anticipating seeing a ton of over the course of the race is the push to pass. Teams have 10 activations of the button available to them. However, you kind of get into a situation where you're burning more fuel than you want to. You can make 9 laps pretty consistently. 10, that's where you really start to stretch your fuel consumption numbers a little bit. If you're on the button, you're burning more fuel. Get you a replay here on the battle between Matt Wagner and Sebastian Kinder. These guys swapping the third position. Wagner makes the pass into turn number 5. Kinder comes right back around on the run up to 6. Expect to see more of that as this race goes on. Julian Altina kind of putting on a clinic here. Out to a 2-second lead over Roger Matias. Matias has an additional 2.25 seconds here on third place running Sebastian Kinder. Joe Moran is saying, I'm curious to see the variations in tire strategy tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out because the theoretical optimal strategy is that kind of 5 to 6 lap run on the blacks. It really depends on where do you use them, because they take a little bit longer to come in, and the drivers in practice used a variety of words to describe them. Garbage, junk, rocks were 3 of them that we heard. They're not real comfortable driving on these tires. Kind of surprised to see Kinder, Wagner, and Wilhite not making up a ton of ground here on Roger Matias, running in the second position. That 5 machine a little bit up the road here. From Sebastian Kinder. Our camera design guru of the night here, Connor Baldwin, checking in, saying the cams look great. Yes, toot your own horn there, bud. We have already cranked it up once, but we're going to do it again at least one more time here before the end of this one. Brett Nikos, Patrick Byrne going to make their way down pit road here as they are completing their 7th laps. Mario Miranda just set the quickest lap of the race, 1 minute 45.4 seconds. He's up to the 11th position, aided by the stops for Nikos, Byrne, and Alec Coates. As we mentioned, the possibility exists to do this race on 2 stops. I don't think we're going to see anybody try it because you just lose too much time. You can see these drivers really starting to scrub the tires up already. Nikos out and away, 8.35 seconds, 9.22 seconds for Patrick Byrne. Alec Coates going to have some damage to repair here. Looks like it may actually be a longer repair than we thought here for Alec Coates. Take a look. You can see the left front off of that car. Maybe we can go back a little bit further here. Oh, yeah, this is all kind of right in where he went off track. Loops it around, but he was able to limp it back to the pit road. See, Scott Wise has also had an issue on the racetrack. Trouble for Zach Evans. See what happened here to one of those Team Watson racing cars. Just lost it all by his lonesome into turn number 6. Also seeing James Watson had to take a tow back to the pits. That's a tough break for James. currently sitting second in points, but about 60-some points back of Matt Wagner for the championship lead. Mario Miranda, third in points after his good finish last week, moves him up 2 spots. J.W. Miller up 4 spots to fourth. Ty Richter, your top 5 in points. But at this point in the season, this is Matt Wagner's championship to lose in a lot of respects. Team Watson Racing leading the team's championship, 178 points. 126 for Team Ball Racing. Lights Out Esports third at 117. Mediocre Motorsports at 105. Team Watson Racing San Jose fifth. Torque Wrench Motorsports, Dark Horse Indy the Butchers, and Dark Horse Racing did 9 teams in the championship. Pick up Matt Wagner and Chris Wilhite as they battle down the front straightaway. This is by far the closest battle on the racetrack. Mario Miranda now up to the 9th position after making his pit stop. Aiden Hill coming into the pits this time from position number 7. Working lap number 10 of 33. This is kind of where we would expect to see most of our race leaders coming into the pits, unless they're going to try the 2-stop strategy. If you're Julian Altina, I don't see any reason not to try it. You're so far out in front. A full 3 seconds over second place, Roger Matias, and 5 seconds over 3 seconds to second and 5 seconds back to third. About the only potential issue I see here are some of these drivers going to be able to make the soft tire last the same number of laps as the hard tire goes, because that's what's going to be required for the 2-stop strategy. Roger Matias in pit road, as is Matt Wagner. Julian Altina going to stay out. Sebastian Kinder in the pit area as well this time. We'll stay right here and cover the stops. Chris Wilhite stays out onto the racetrack for one more lap as well. Sebastian Kinder, William Reinhardt also on the pit lane. Excruciatingly slow at 45 miles an hour. Matias down. He's going to hit his mark. Car goes up on the air jacks. So it'll be 4 fresh Firestones. Matias down and away. He's going to go to the option tire. As Matt Wagner going to go to the primaries. Sebastian Kinder going to run another stint on Reds. Oh, a little bit of an off track there. Or the Tito's Vodka number 5 of Roger Matias. Oh, he almost makes contact with Matt Wagner. They may have made contact there. Take a look at the front wing of Wagner's car. See if we're going to spot any damage on the front of that machine. Front wing looks to be okay, but big old pucker factor moment there for Matt Wagner. Lap number 11, we're now in the window where Julian Altina, Chris Wilhite, and Jay Shallington can all make this a 2-stop race. Several other of the leaders stopping on lap number 10 as Wagner almost gets it off track. He's going to be fighting with Sebastian Kinder. Here is race leader Julian Altina in the pits. Chris Wilhite also making his way down pit road. The gap is 33 seconds back to Mario Miranda. Altina hits that first pit box. Car up on the jacks. The black primary tires will be going on that number 71 machine. He's down and away. New race leader coming around, Mario Miranda. Oh, big trouble for Roger Matias. Get you the replay here. Fighting with Matt Wagner. Big spin. He clobbers the concrete barriers. Matias going to lose a whole bunch of the front end of that race car. That's going to be a big old repair bill there. So he's going to have to come back up on the jacks. Here is race leader Mario Miranda. Stopped at lap number 4. We anticipate he's going to have to stop right around the 13th lap or so. Lap 12, lap 13. That's going to give him the 8 to 9 laps. So we are through the theoretical first cycle of pit stops. Julian Altina sitting about 3.6 seconds back of Mario Miranda. Miranda running those red sidewall tires. Slide back in the field a little bit here. Pick up Matt Wagner and Sebastian Kinder. This will be the fight for the 4th position. One of the closer battles on the racetrack. Kinder closing in quickly on Matt Wagner into turn number 5. Roger Matias back on the pit road, so looks like the damage may be a little more than we may have expected here for the number 5 machine. Was a pretty big hit. You saw the right front corner of that machine basically torn off the race car. Kinder going to jump on the push to pass. Down towards Canada corner. Inside of Wagner. Going to be on the outside through turn number 13. Wasn't quite close enough to complete the pass there. Kind of interesting to see Sebastian Kinder running the little bit tighter line through the corners. Wagner a little bit more flowy with the car, letting the car get kind of spaced around a little bit here. Both drivers on the button down the front straightaway. Mario Miranda, your race leader in the pit road. He's going to be making his second stop here on lap number 14. Should be able to make it from here on one more stop. But this does open the second pit window. Miranda down and away, 8.28 seconds. He's going to go back on the red tires. So he's going to have to do another 8 to 9 lap stint on those tires. Actually, 9 to 10 lap stint to make it the full distance here. He's going to have to do 3 10-lap stints on the reds after the 4-lap stint on the black tires. Julian Altina stopping at lap number 11. One of those deals that we're pretty sure you can't make it 12 laps without a big bunch of fuel saving. I'm very curious to see, well, based on the fact that Altina is on the black tires again, he's going to have to make one more stop here to put on the reds. Starting to catch up on 16th place, Brian Voles has an off track at turn number 14. There you see Voles just up ahead of the race leader. Show you the last lap that all of these drivers came into the pits. Altina and Wilhite on lap 11. Wagner, Kinder, and Reinhardt lap number 10. Aiden Hill on lap 9. Mario Miranda, the first car to make his second stop here on lap number 14. Sebastian Kinder coming around Matt Wagner for the third position. We'll get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay of this one. Oh, Wagner with a big off track at turn number 1, and Kinder able to take advantage. So once again, let's run you back through the field here. Race leader Julian Altina has been dominant through practice, qualifications, and now in through the race in that number 71 machine. He's led every lap, and he's done it from the pole position. Chris Wilhite running in the second position in car number 7. Started second, running right now about 3.3 seconds back of your race leader. Sebastian Kinder running in the third position is up 2 spots from the drop of the green flag, the highest running of the Team Watson Racing entries. Frenchman just coming around, teammate Matt Wagner, and he's been able to open the gap up on the number 11 to about 1 second here. We've got to look back a full 10 seconds to find 5th place running William Reinhardt. Good run so far for that number 44 machine, and he is up 7 positions from the drop of the green flag. Mario Miranda runs into 6th position, and he's got a hard-charging Aiden Hill on his rear wing. This is the closest fight on the racetrack, so we'll stay with this battle right here, as it's actually going to be a 3-car fight, adding Rhett Nikos into that battle through turn 14 and up the hill. While we watch this fight continue, especially between Aiden Hill and Rhett Nikos, run you through the cars that are laps down or out of the race. Brian Voles going to be 1 lap down in the 17th position. Scott Wise is out of the race. Or, no, I'm sorry, he's still on track in the 18th position. Cullen Johnston in 19th, Ty Richter 20th. Isaac Mock running in the 21st position. And it looks like Roger Matias and Henry Bracecorn are both out of the race here, completing 12 and 10 laps respectively. Patrick Byrne on the pit lane out of the 14th position. This fight's a pretty good one. We're also keeping an eye a little bit further up the racetrack. Sebastian Kinder going to have Matt Wagner about a half second back as we see trouble for Ty Richter. Showing up here. Let's take a look, give you a hot shoe race for instant replay, see what happened to Ty. This is down towards turn number 5. Just overcooks it. Gets himself off the racetrack. Missed the braking zone entirely is what it looks like happened there to Richter. Brett Nikos and Aiden Hill both going to be on the pit lane. That's the 7th position battle, but we'll pick up this fight here between Sebastian Kinder and Matt Wagner. Team Watson Racing teammates going at it. Wagner, Team San Jose. Kinder on the full Team Watson Racing. Mario Miranda has just set the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 14.15 seconds. So he's starting to gain some ground on your race leaders. It's just going to be really interesting to see where all of these pit stop shakeups are going to work their way out here, because, and it's sort of, excuse me, sort of the reason that the gaps that you look at on the racetrack are sort of meaningless at this point, because Miranda is on such a different strategy from where everybody else is. I would not be surprised to see Sebastian Kinder, maybe even Chris Wilhite, William Reinhardt, some of these drivers that have done 2 stints on the soft tires, go to the hards for a 4 to 5 lap stint and then come right back in to pick up the option softer compound tires. Matt Wagner hits his pit box. We'll see where he's going to slot out after this. Well, Mario Miranda has already come past. Wagner down and away, 8.43 seconds. He goes back on the softer compound tires, so pretty sure Wagner's going to have to come back in at least one more time here to put the black tires on, but he may be able to make that move with just a couple of laps to go. Basically run it until it's dry and then do what you can on the hard compound tires late in the race. Trouble on the racetrack another time for James Watson. He has not had a good night here at Road America. Let's take a look and see what happened coming out of the pits. Oh, and the motor just absolutely grenaded itself. That may have been an overheating issue. That was one of the things we heard the drivers discussing earlier in this race. Also trouble for Rhett Nikos and Jay Shallington. Oh, big trouble there for both of those cars. Nikos has to take the tow back to the pit area. So looks like it will be the end of the night for James Watson. Aiden Hill, Isaac Mock, Scott Wise also in the pit area. Mock on his way out, 8.8 second stop for the number 16, running in the 19th position. Rhett Nikos also doing the extended pit service to get that car repaired. Here's your race leader, Julian Altina. 5.6 seconds is the gap back to second place running Chris Wilhite. probably the biggest one to keep an eye on here. And let's show you the pit lane times up here. The delta's right around 47 seconds or so. 47 to 49 seconds in terms of getting on and off of pit road. Where that's going to make a difference is, can you get out ahead of your rivals? Currently, Julian Altina looking like he would come out right about in the 6th position as we see Sebastian Kinder making his way onto pit road out of the 3rd position. William Reinhardt also on the pit road to get his service. Jay Shallington down and away off of pit road after that contact. 13.9 seconds is the time. We'll keep an eye here on Sebastian Kinder. Kinder down and away, 8.07 seconds for a full tank of Speedway fuel. For Firestone primary black sidewall tires. Zach Evans making his way onto the pit road out of the 7th position. Lap 21 is on the scoreboard here, and figure it'll probably be, at least if you're going to split it up equally, it's going to be 22 laps, or lap 22, I should say, for Julian Altina. So we would expect to see him this next time by in the pit area. Matt Wagner sets a personal best lap of the race at a 1:45.32. Only a couple of tenths off of the quick lap of the race set by Mario Miranda. Now the big one here is following Sebastian Kinder. He needs to basically not lose as much time as he possibly can running these Firestone black tires. This is that kind of middle strategy that we heard some of the drivers talking about, where you're going to run 2 stints on the reds, 1 on the blacks, a short 4 to 5 lap stint, and then you're going to finish the race out on the red tires. Field completely spread out here around Road America. How dominant has Julian Altina been tonight? He just lapped 10th place Patrick Byrne. He's heading down towards turn number 14. 9th place, Jim Brooks, going to be on the pit road. Oh, just coming back onto the racetrack, excuse me. Here's Altina making his way down pit road. Stop number 2 for the number 71. Chris Wilhite also going to be in this time. So it'll be lap 22 on the stops for each of these cars. There you see the race leader hitting his box. Car goes up on the jacks. Firestone Reds on as anticipated. Julian Altina down and away. 8.4 seconds on the stop for the number 71. A little bit of an off track there at turn number 1. Mario Miranda is back as your race leader, but he's going to have to make one more stop. In fact, he's going to have to make it in the next couple of laps here. We pick up Mario Miranda. If he were to stop now, he would come out behind 6th place running William Reinhard. So he does not have enough of a gap to retain the lead. The big question is really going to lie in how has he managed the red tires effectively enough here to pull off the big win, what quite frankly would be a surprise win with how good Julian Altina has been in that number 71. Clear racetrack ahead of him. Miranda absolutely must start rattling off some massively quick laps. We'll start to get a feel for how the lap times are going to sort themselves out here. Miranda's last lap time, 1 minute 46.59 seconds. Julian Altina just making his way across the start-finish line with his outlap, 2 minutes 13.94 seconds. Miranda's best lap is actually about 85 100ths of a second faster than Altina's. He's able to push the car incredibly hard. But at this point, it's a little bit of a question mark of can he make up enough room? And will he be close enough to have the fresher tires late make a difference? As Julian Altina and Chris Wilhite are done their pit stops for the evening. William Reinhardt, Sebastian Kinder, and Matt Wagner, the other cars inside the top 5, will have to make pit stops. Here's Mario Miranda in the pits this time. He will be making his final stop of the race here at lap number 24. This will just get him to the end of this race on fuel. Julian Altina does come past for the race lead. And this is where the strategy call of going for the 3-stop race can come back to bite is he's going to have a ton of ground to make up here. There's Altina already through turn number 2. Sebastian Kinder coming past as well. Plenty of gap back to 6th place running William Reinhard, but now Mario Miranda is going to have to start clicking off some massively quick laps once again, and unfortunately, he's going to have a ton of lap traffic to get through, plus the 4 cars that are running ahead of him for position. Here is your race leader, Julian Altina, 6 seconds ahead of 2nd place running Matt Wagner. Altina already down towards, or through the carousel, I should say. Wagner just getting to the carousel. Pretty sizable gap there, but nice job on the pit stop there by Wagner's crew, getting him out ahead of Chris Wilhite. Wilhite now running in the 3rd position, 2.5 seconds back of Wagner. Sebastian Kinder runs in the 4th position. Haven't gotten to do a ton of this tonight here. Let's give you another shot at this as the leaders make their way up the start-finish straightaway. Oh, Matt Wagner now in the pits. There you go. That's why Wagner was as far up as he was. He hadn't made the last pit stop yet. Sebastian Kinder also in the pit area as well. So here's Wagner and Kinder making their final pit stops. Mario Miranda catching in a pretty big hurry here. He's already passed Sebastian Kinder. He comes past Matt Wagner. So Mario Miranda up to the third position. Just a ton of ground still to make up for that car. So we'll try this again here as your race leader comes through turn number 7. Let's give you a chance to crank it up. Well, trouble on the racetrack. Seeing Ty Richter going back off track here. Julian Altina just set the quickest lap of the race. 1 minute 44.81 seconds. Absolutely dominant performance here tonight for Altina. Has not put a wheel wrong all night. And he's seeing the gap open up here over Chris Wilhite and Mario Miranda as we work lap number 27. There is Chris Wilhite running in the second position. Last lap time for Miranda, 1:44.81. 1:46.68 for Chris Wilhite, almost 2 seconds slower than Altina. Mario Miranda, 11.5 seconds back at Chris Wilhite, but he's going about a second a lap faster. The problem is he's not going to have enough time to catch up to Altina and Wilhite. Quite frankly, what we're seeing here out of Altina and Wilhite this evening is not only faster race cars, but probably not overthinking the strategy too much either. If you know you can make the soft tires last 11 or 12 laps, it's going to be plenty easy for you to make a run on blacks, a run on reds, and then you're going to run kind of whatever you want to run to the finish of the race. Seeing only 7 cars remain on the lead lap as we turn lap number 28 for the Grid Rival ESRA IndyCar Series. Got to say a huge thank you to Grid Rival for their support of the ESRA IndyCar Series. Find them on your App Store, the Google Play Store, whatever device you're using. Check out Grid Rival. It's a Formula One and MotoGP fantasy game. Pick your drivers, pick your team, keep everything within an allocated dollar amount. You can also choose the number of races that you want to sign the driver for. And it basically gives you a chance to argue with your buddies while you're bench racing, watching the F1 and MotoGP events. Show you the intervals here between the cars. There is nobody close to each other for position at this point. Basically going to take a pretty massive issue by any of these drivers to lose the position that they currently run in. Pre-race, we heard some of the drivers talking about the fact that a lot of times these races at Road America, you have some drivers run the 2-stop, some drivers run the 3-stop, and everything just sort of bunches back up at the end. We've seen the exact opposite happening here, as things are not getting closer whatsoever. Race leader making his way through a little bit of lap traffic. Last lap time, 1 minute 48.07 for Altina, 1:47.34 for Chris Wilhite, 1:45.38 for Mario Miranda. I want to remind you, coming up at 10:15 this evening, it'll be the Indy Pro 2000 Championship from the Okayama International Circuit. One of the best strength of field races every week for the PM18s is the Thursday night 10:15 race. And you will see that exclusively here on the National Racing Network. Looking at the push-to-pass numbers, Julian Altina has 7 activations of the button left. Chris Wilhite hasn't touched his yet, still with a full 10 activations. Mario Miranda has 4 remaining. William Reinhard, 5, running in the 4th position. And 5th place running Matt Wagner has 3 shots left of the Go Fast juice. Or at least the added turbo boost, anyway, of the push-to-pass. Sebastian Kinder, Zach Rinker, the 7 cars remaining on the lead lap as Jay Shallington is in the pit lane. Hearing James Watson say his motor blew twice. See if we can get a quick word here with James. And James, seeing the comment here that your motor blew twice, we saw the second one of those happen. Was that part of the issue that we saw with some of the drivers talking about the different fuel maps that you were running?
I don't think so. It was just kind of a Murphy's Law day for the whole the organization as a whole. Me and Shallington got together times, and that's what ended up making my race go all funhouse mirror. So I blew it the first time trying to limp back to the pits after him and I got together after he spun. And then the second time, it just blew coming out off of pit road. Like, I just pitted, and pulling off of pit road, it just popped. I have no idea what in the world caused it. I'm just kind of at a loss for words of what to even think of this.
Yeah, it's a tough break for you, especially with Matt Wagner running 5th in points. I guess now is a little bit of playing defense the rest of the season to hold on to that 2nd position. Yeah,
Mario is a lot faster, so I didn't this race to happen. So yeah, go on to Pocono, I suppose.
All right, well, there you go, James. Thank you very much for checking in with us here. And tough break there for the driver, the 39, William Reinhard, out of the 5th position, making it his final pit stop here as we work lap number 31. Looking back in the field here, Chris Wilhite 9.9 seconds back. Mario Miranda is catching Wilhite. I don't know that he's going to have enough time here. He's about 1.3 seconds quicker on the last lap. Show you the lap times here from Miranda to Chris Wilhite in the second position. He is definitely quicker. It's just a matter at this point of, can he make up the gap? Julian Altina on the button. Down, up the hill, and down the front straightaway. He's going to have 6 activations left of the push to pass. He's going to jump on it again here. One of the big things, going for the fast lap of the race, which I believe does carry a point bonus here as well. Through turn number 8 and a down around through the carousel. It's only going to have to do this one more time as Julian Altina will slide back here. The gap shrinking in a hurry between Chris Wilhite and Mario Miranda. Wilhite just exiting the carousel. Miranda going to be not far behind him. Down through the kink. There you see Miranda right at the back of your screen. Down into Canada corner. Seeing Apex Sage Coaching checking in. Saying, let's go Jeff with P10. Saying William might get fastest lap as he has fresh tires. Very well could be. Could be a strategy to try to pick off that fastest lap of the race. White flag is out. We're down to 1 lap to go. Julian Altina, last lap, 145.28. Not quite close enough to even his own personal best, let alone the 144.64 set by Mario Miranda. Chris Wilhite seeing a little bit of a connection issue there for Wilhite. Man, that would be an absolute heartbreaker. Mario Miranda still about 2.25 seconds back of Chris Wilhite, so we'll pick up your race leader as he works through the carousel for the final time. Quickly through the kink. That is such a scary fast corner in these Indy cars. Through Canada corner. 13, the final right hand, turn 14 up the hill. And dominance from front to back. Last shot on the button up the hill. Julian Altina will claim the win here in the Bratwurst 33 at Road America. For the ESRA IndyCar Series, Chris Wilhite coming up the hill now. He will claim second over Mario Miranda. Good run for both of those cars. Matt Wagner making his way down 4th place back into Canada corner. Just absolutely incredible the show that Julian Altina put on tonight. Slide back just a little bit here as cars coming across the line within a couple of tenths of each other. Matt Wagner comes home in the 4th position. Here's Sebastian Kinder. He will finish in the 5th position. 6 through 10 tonight looks to be William Reinhardt, Zach Rinker, Patrick Byrne, Jim Brooks, and Jeff Destino. Man of the hour, though, Julian Altina. And he may be out of fuel. Go on board. Yeah, he's in first gear with the heart-shaped boxer's driver's suit on. That's a very nice touch there, Julian. It looks like the one may be out of fuel, and he most certainly will not make it back. Tells you how tight they were on both of those runs. Let's show you your race results here as we wait for our winners to get back around for the victory lane interviews. Julian Altina gets the win by 13.6 seconds over Chris Wilhite. 16.2 back is Mario Miranda completing the podium. Matt Wagner, Sebastian Kinder are your top 5. William Reinhardt, Zach Rinker, Patrick Byrne, Jim Brooks, and Jeff Destino back to 10th. 11th is Alec Coates. 12th, Jay Shallington. 13th, Zach Evans. 14th, Brian Voles. 15th, Isaac Mock. In 16th place is Ty Richter. Cullen Johnson, 17th. Roger Rios, 18th. Rhett Nikos in the 19th position. 20th to Aiden Hill. 21st, James Watson. 22nd, Scott Wise. And 23rd and final finisher tonight will be Henri Brycecorn. So let's get our victory lane interviews ready to go here, and we will start them off with 3rd place finishing Mario Miranda. Mario, not a bad night for you here. You went a little bit off strategy from what Julian and Chris did, but with how fast both of those cars were, I don't know that it would have made a difference one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, if I was on their strategy, I think I would have had something for Julian, that's for sure. I love this track too much, and in practice, I was just seeing if you can make 11 laps. I didn't think you could, so I just committed to the 3-stopper, and I short pitted on lap 5, seeing if I can get a huge undercut underneath those guys. I did on the rest of the field, but none of those two. I almost had Will Height, but just needed one more lap.
It was a very good run for you tonight, and a pretty fantastic points night as well, with James Watson having some issues, Matt Wagner finishing behind you. You're making a very solid march toward the front here as we start to get towards the later part of the season.
Yeah, my beginning of the season wasn't great. I mean, I just started off with that podium, and then after that, it was terrible. Got wrecked out at, I think, Chicagoland. And I missed Watkins Glen, so it's been a climb to get back up there, and I was hoping for a better points finish here, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. You just gotta look over to next week.
Well, that's it. You take the good when you can get them, and work hard the rest of the way. So congratulations on the podium run here tonight. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I would just like to thank Flamingo Promo for staying with me, Burn Rubber Media, Race City Sims, Circle B Diecast. Those guys all help me continue the race every week, and shout out to Mom and Dad watching, and anyone else who's watching.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Very nice victory lane interview there. Let's pick up Chris Wilhite, who finished in the runner-up position. And I'll tell you what, Chris, the number 7 machine looked really good out there tonight, but ultimately we saw it in qualifying how quick Julian was. It seemed like you were running the same strategy that he was. Was there a thought of trying to change things up mid-race, even just to get him off his game?
Yeah, Chris, good to hear from you. Thank you. Yeah, good race tonight. No, I think when you have a road course like this, you pretty much you lay your strategy out beforehand, and you gotta stick with it. And yeah, I was hoping once we got to lap 9 or 10, I'd see him duck in. But once I saw him make it to lap 11, and that's when we were pitting, I knew we'd have to take a mistake from him to get him.
One of the things the drivers, a lot of them were talking about pre-race, was they didn't think you could make 11 or 12 laps without being very conservative in the fuel maps that you were running, and quite frankly, just being overall slow on the racetrack. How are you able to run the two-stop strategy and keep the pace up that you were?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say a couple things. When you just gotta commit to it from lap 1. You can't do a few laps full out and then start to save, or else that's not going to work. So yeah, we were fuel map between 2 and 4 pretty much the whole race. Something that really helped us early on was being in the draft. Right, I let a couple guys go by me. I didn't really fight them. And then you just tuck up in the draft, and when you do that, we've got 3 really long straightaways here, and so you're lifting, or you're at 50% throttle by the end of the straightaway, and that really helps with the mileage. So that helped on the first stint, and then the second couple stints, we had already gotten spread out in traffic, and everybody else had kind of made their strategy play. So we had plenty of space, although Mario was kind of catching us there towards the end.
Well, very, very nice run for you here tonight. It's a heck of a podium finish. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, just quick shout out to Team Ball Racing. I had a pretty good night tonight with a few of us. Give you guys a shout out. Thanks for being here as always, and a good shout out to Colin and Alex and the ESRA League. We appreciate you.
All right, there you go. There's your runner-up finisher tonight, Mr. Chris Wilhite. And let's get your race winner in here, Julian Altina. Dominant, perfect. The superlatives are many and abundant here tonight. I know they're 2 words that mean the same thing, but tell us about it. I mean, did you put a wheel wrong all night?
I mean, I would like to say no, but I did get a big luck up on the final few laps, but that was about it. So, yeah, overall, just an awesome race. Honestly, I can tell you this has been the most consistent, the fastest, and overall the best road course performance that I've put on myself in a long time, if not ever. So yeah, just really happy with this result. I mean, I did a few laps earlier in the week. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. Didn't do too much, but it was definitely a little more than I usually do because I had a few DNFs behind my name. I wanted to get a better result this time. And here we are. So yeah, just awesome. Was running my own race the entire time. Just saving fuel. I found it out in the practice session that it was going to be tight to make it 11 laps on fuel. If you were running flat out, so I saved a little bit over race long, running map 3, map 4, sometimes even map 5, but overall just running a steady speed, making fuel numbers, and managing the gap to the guys behind, and that's what got me the race tonight. So yeah, really happy.
It was pretty interesting to see you, I think, run out of fuel coming out of turn 3 on the cooldown lap. Were you that tight on fuel strategy-wise the entire race?
Not really, but I was setting myself up for the final stint to get a crack at the fastest lap of the race because it's always a nice thing to have. So that's where I burned my fuel. But if I had just driven the entire race like I usually did, I think I could have gone a lap more. So yeah.
Well, it was that was one of the more impressive drives we've seen. Very Alexander Rossi-esque, winning by the margin that you won here. Fantastic win for you tonight here. Who do you want to thank?
First of all, you for that compliment. That means a lot. Thank you. But yeah, I got to look on Discord here real quickly. Just give me a second because I am part of a team. Some of the guys haven't been able to make the full season. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. Let me quickly just check. Yeah, the guys on Dark Horse Racing there. So I want to thank them for getting me started in this series. They got the number for me, so I'm really driving their car with my own stuff on it. My own league, VOR, check it out. VelocityOnlineRacing.com, NASCAR, Formula 1, and IndyCar leagues. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. And I want to thank everybody in this league, ESRA, for putting it on. You guys, the broadcasters, and all the sponsors behind this league. All the sponsors on the car are from a teammate, but I want to thank them as well. And yeah, hopefully have a good one again next week.
All right. Thank you very much, Julian. We appreciate it. And as we get ready to wrap up the coverage here, we'll go back to the live scenic shot. Julian mentions next week. Let's tell you the rest of the schedule coming up here for the ESRA IndyCar series. And it's going to be a fun one. We head to what would basically be a home game here for the National Racing Network. July 1st, Pocono Raceway, Long Pond, Pennsylvania, the Tricky Triangle, 2.5 miles of 6 wide down the front straightaway. Racing excitement. The place was built for Indy cars, and it is still absolutely perfect for the cars of the NTT IndyCar Series. And the ESRA Grid Rival IndyCar Series will make their way there next week. July 8th, we head up to the Milwaukee Mile for the tight bull ring there, the 1 mile oval, one of the longest continually running oval circuits on the planet. July 15th, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. July 22nd, the Homestead Miami Speedway. July 29th, we head out west to Sonoma. So a couple of ovals, then an F1 track, another oval, and a natural terrain road course. A lot of variety there over the next 5 weeks here for the ESRA Grid Rival IndyCar Series. Before we get rolling here, we got to say the big thank yous here to everybody who helps make these broadcasts possible, including Grid Rival, the title sponsor of the ESRA IndyCar Series. Check out the app on your favorite app store, Google Play Store, all your mobile devices. It is a MotoGP and F1 fantasy game. Purchase your drivers and your overall team within the allotted dollar amounts. And then you get to BS with your buddies while you're watching the F1 race, scream and yell at each other over whose team's going to win the fantasy league. Check them out at Grid Rival. Also, Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, your shop, your porch, even your deck looking great year-round all the time. They can put your logos into the final design, any artwork you want. Absolute specialists in making your hard-to-cover flooring areas look absolutely fantastic. Check them out on Facebook at Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And Hot Shoe Racewear. For the best in workwear, racewear, and streetwear, Hot Shoe Racewear is going to have you covered. Find them online at hotshoeracewear.com. Make sure you let them know that NRN sent you. Whether it's embroidery, screen printing, sublimation, and even the really cool other stuff. Stickers, decals, custom race flag sets, custom checkered flags for your racetrack or even to display in your home. Hot Shoe Racewear does absolutely fantastic work. So check them out online at hotshoeracewear.com. Well, with that, we'll wrap up our coverage here for the Bratwurst 33 from Road America. For everybody here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. We're back in just under an hour with the Indy Pro 2000 official series. Quick flight from Road America to Okayama, Japan. You don't want to miss that one coming up here in just a little bit. But until then, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night, everybody.